Welcome to A Dummy Does mini chicken sandwiches. Today is Sunday. We thought we'd have a little treat. So let's get started. We're going to make a mayonnaise sriracha marinade for our chicken. Should be good. Just a little bit of sriracha.
But sriracha is spicy.
Yeah, sriracha is a little spicy. Next, we're going to prep our chicken, cutting it into thin strips.
What strips?
No, not strips.
Patties?
It's just what I said. With our strips in the bowl, we're just going to mix that up. Wrap it and stick it in the fridge until we're ready to use it again, probably around 20 minutes. All right, now to make the buns. We're going to add a cup and a little bit of warm or hot tap water, 2 teaspoons of yeast, less than a quarter cup of sugar into this bowl, and let it sit for 10 minutes. It's been 10 minutes and our yeast is good and active. We're going to add 1/3 cup of canola oil, a teaspoon of salt, an egg, and 3 to 3.5 cups of flour. Incorporate, and then we'll knead. So we've incorporated our ingredients and we just have them here on the counter. I've got my extra flour here to help with the kneading process. So let's give it a good knead.
I want my bread.
You want yours? Let's.
Oh. Make this bun.
We're going to make buns out of these. This is your bun, right? All right. So we have our kneaded ball. You can split this up by hand, but I'm going to use a more calculated approach, weighing each one out. Okay, can you do 878 divided by 11?
Basically 80.
Yeah, roughly. Yeah.
My
So we have our 12 lovely little rolls here. We're going to preheat our oven to 500 degrees. This is going to warm up the entire general area, allowing our buns a good time to rise and double in size. So we're just going to cover them with a tea towel so they don't dry out. And wait until they're much bigger. So while we wait for our bread to rise, we're going to mix up some breadcrumbs. I'm going to use some old sourdough that I have. And then we got paprika, cayenne pepper, salt, garlic powder, and onion powder. We're just going to, it's about a half teaspoon of each. We're just going to put that in there. We're going to finish it off with some whole wheat crackers. So we got a nice fine breadcrumbs. We're just going to put this in our bowl. Use later. And our buns still haven't risen enough, so let's prep out our vegetables as well, making sure everything's ready for when we want to serve it up. There we go. Let's... Oh geez, you destroyed the chicken. So I thought some of the chicken was a bit thick, so I've put it between some wax paper and just flattened it out with a rolling pin, just tapping it lightly till it's nice and thin. I'm going to do that for the rest of the chicken. Wow, that is a thin piece of chicken. Oh, Daddy's gonna do it. All right, some nicely risen dough. We're gonna put them in one at a time in the oven. Letting them bake for about 8 minutes.
It's very spicy.
It is a little spicy. All right, while we wait for our buns to cook, we're gonna bread our chicken. I don't have 4 baking pans, so I'm just going to lay it out on wax paper and then transfer it to the baking pan when the buns are done. Actually ended up running out of breadcrumbs here. I didn't get to cover all of the chicken in it. I ended up blitzing up some more crackers so as to cover the last remaining few pieces of chicken, which worked out, I think, in my favor, as I didn't want to give Emily some spicy breaded chicken. So while we were doing our chicken, I removed our first set of buns. There we have it. I'm just going to let those cool and our pan cool a little bit so we can add our chicken when our other set of buns is done. All right, we have our second set of buns coming out of the oven. Don't push that, please. Don't push that. I'm just going to stick them on our rack to cool. Right, buns. Alright, we're going to transfer our chicken onto our hot pans and place them in the oven for about 20 minutes. So I placed my chicken on the middle rack and the bottom rack, and I'm going to flip them about 10 minutes in at 450. All right, we're going to flip our chicken. All going to put them on for another 10 minutes. When I flip my chicken, I like to rotate them in the racks as well. Let's prep our buns to be toasted. Beautiful. Our chicken has finished cooking. Let's put it on our wire rack so we can use our pans to toast our buns. We're going to switch our oven to broil and lay our buns out on our trays to give them a nice light toasting. There we go, we got a nice light toast on the first set. Let's throw our second set in. And now we can begin prepping them. First, we're going to mix up a little bit of sriracha mayo. This is obviously to taste. All right. Nice piece of chicken. A few slices of mozzarella. Tomato. Pickle. Couple pieces of onion. And some lettuce. There you have perfect little slider. I'm going to rapid fire through the rest of these. All right, well that's a wrap. I think I could have gone a little heavier with the mayo. I like additional mayo. It adds a bit of moisture to the overall sandwich, and I find that here's a lot further you can go with it before it becomes too much. I also think that having a little bit more production time, if you're able to toast your buns before your chicken comes out of the oven, get the sandwiches all prepared, and then you have the hot chicken on the sandwich, you're going to get a better result. Fortunately, due to my oven limitations, I wasn't able to do that. I think it suffered a little for it. Overall, they were super tasty. 2 was super filling, and we really enjoyed them. Thank you so much for watching, and God bless.